Hey up! This time we're at the Southern Motorhome and Campervan show in Newbury near Oxford in the UK, where we stayed on site with hundreds of other vansters to enjoy a weekend of all things van life. In this video we'll give you a taste of what you can expect from a visit to the show, and a good look around some inspirational van designs, and we'll consider the question, could e-campers be the future? We catch up with our good friend George and his two woofalumps, Frodo and Oscar, as we're going to follow George on his journey towards converting his ex-company electric van into a state-of-the-art e-camper. George has a Nissan ENV like these, so we listen in as he chats to Christian and Rosie from CC Campers to get some advice and ideas about layout, battery and inverter configurations, and what will meet his travelling needs.
Yeah, we've got a van. We've actually got an ENV.
Oh yeah.
For work.
Yeah.
So that's why I was looking at converting it into one of these.
Oh, amazing.
The thing is that we actually use it a lot because I'm going down into Cornwall. They get in absolutely everywhere. They do, and they're tough. They're bulletproof. They're reliable. They're well built. The electric one as well. What's the weight like in these? Because I guess they don't have a huge payload.
They get weighed. I see chaps all with the conversion and everything. I'm 4 people because that's what they do the weight on.
Yeah, because that's to say you'll put 2 people in as well. You're just giving it an extra 2 seats.
We're well in.
They lend themselves to it really well, particularly with once you swivel the front.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It gives it a lot of room. It makes it such a usable space.
Yeah.
So what's in the back behind the seat? But no, there's still a decent amount of room there. And there's all the electrics and stuff in that cupboard there.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
It's a bit smaller than yours.
Yeah, but it's great though, isn't it?
It's got everything you need.
Is this an electric van then?
No,
It's all petrol.
But it's the same one.
they're almost identical. The EMV's got a slightly different front end. That's sort of how you can tell, really. But it's basically the same. This sound just plonked leaf engine in it. The NV's got a really good reputation of being bulletproof.
Yeah. Exciting.
And the EMV 200 starts from 2399 during the conversion. And then the only extras that you might want is obviously like a solar panel.
So when you bring your EMV 200 into us, all our vehicles go for an independent assessment. Because if we went through NCC and did a type approval, I can't even change your sync.
Yeah.
I can't change anything. It has to be identical every single one.
Which is fair enough.
So we have to be independently inspected, every single one. So whatever you want in your van,
You can then
have a guess whose choice it is. Sure.
Yeah.
The only time I'll ever say no to you is if you say, can I have a big metal spike in front of my head? And I'll be no.
kind of a ram.
But that's the only thing you wanted.
Yeah, I know. I just
So whatever you want.
Yeah.
Rosie's brilliant at choosing all the interiors and stuff like
'cause
that.
I am
If Rosie creates all these wonderful things where people go in and go, oh, that's a bit different, isn't it? He said, what would you have chosen? Black.
Yeah. Dogs. Black or mud colour, that's fine.
Especially, I think, in a smaller van, it's nice to have
You want
some colour.
open it out. Yeah.
So what have you got, the 40 kilowatt or the 24?
40, yeah.
So what we'll do with your hookup, we'll mount your granny charger underneath the bonnet for you.
All right.
So it'll actually have a 240 waterproof socket where it goes in and it literally clips in, and we tie it underneath it
Oh, okay.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you go up onto the campsite there, what you're doing is you'll go, and you go to the front and you go.
That's practical.
Campsite's happy.
Yeah.
Granny charger. I know it's about 17 hours on a granny charger.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good, nice little van. It does 100 odd miles. That's sort of what I need, really.
Really?
So I've been looking at the conversions that you can do on this size of van, and I've seen loads of photos, but I've never actually seen one in person because I've got 2 dogs as well. And I just wanted to be sure.
Like we also do, because you've got electric, we do an integrated heated floor actually in the floor, because you'd inverter in there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want a gas, would you?
No.
So what we'll do is we'll inverter in there. Now they do a shore power inverter. It's brilliant. It's massive, mate. And you've got to sort of weigh up space
versus what you get. Yeah, well, there's a guy that runs one of these. He's got a 40 kilowatt, and he actually runs his inverter straight off the car. So he's using the DC to DC converter that the car has already, just so it comes straight off the 12 volt.
But you have to put the ignition on, don't you?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you've got the ignition on, and you forgot to close your door, and somebody then. I'm not saying there's loads of idiots out there.
No.
There is loads of idiots.
Oh yeah. I know. I've seen.
And I'm a bit cautious. Truthfully, I just run lithium in the back, because the other thing as well is you don't really want to be trying to draw off that and trying to put it in at the same time. I don't think it would work for you.
No.
And you're on holiday. I get it. Wild camping probably, but if you have, it's electric, mate. You need a source.
Yeah.
And they don't make a cable long enough for them, so you have to use whatever you got where you got.
Yeah.
And I would probably go with a 300 amp hour lithium. Keep it simple, stupid, and just make it work.
And then that lithium will in the separate lithium that will then charge when you're driving it, just like a normal split charge.
You can do, so you can draw some out if you want, but we put a switch in so you don't have to draw any out. But then on the other hand, you've got a 300 amp hour battery there, and let's say that all of a sudden now you go somewhere and you just need 20 miles and you're stranded, you just switch on your hub area and recharge your phone.
It's a little emergency.
Jerry can, isn't it?
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's electric jerry can. Yeah.
I mean, you've got all this space in there. Use it.
Oh yeah, because you need to.
But it's how do you use it and what do you sacrifice? So we did one where we did the shore power inverter. So have you seen the big, heavy one? The only thing we didn't like about it is when we were connecting it to the loose bar. So it went by the side of the bed, it went underneath there, and that was where the inverter was. And then obviously we built up in our box there all the lithium battery. I know they come in big plastic boxes, but they don't tend to need them in a box.
Yeah.
So we can wind a big, massive amount in a smaller space. As long as you've got that BMS, which is crucial.
Yes.
Yeah, everything's fine. You've got your isolation switch there, and the cigarette lighter. That's for me. Yeah, I'll let you have it, but you can use it, but do not glue anything in it. That's mine. I need that on my test equipment for my control system in there, which we have manufactured for us. And it's the same as Swift. The same people do Swift Auto, it's everything. It's our paperwork a lot less. So when we give you your electric installation report, already done the art.
You've done it, yeah.
It's when we did our bed in vehicle test, we left them with a gas locker because obviously people to get heat.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of electricity, and we give you that as an option. It's built in the bed because I wanted it crashed in the bed. I wanted to know that was going to not fly anywhere. It's there. But if you don't have it, just have it as a locker and put stuff in it.
It's a cupboard, isn't it?
After chatting things through, George had a lot of options to consider, and Christian was kind enough to give us a tour of another van conversion they'd done, which had some really innovative layout ideas.
Especially for Bonjour Motorhome, the slide-out toilet. What we've worked out with the slide-out toilet is you don't need to create a whole space for the toilet because you don't use the toilet for that much time in the day. So we've just worked out that you can literally pull it out as and when you need it. It's got 2 sliding doors, so you can have a wind out awning on the one side and you can put a travelling awning on the other side. You can then have the bed that comes down, so all of a sudden you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all sleeping out. Blended family, you've decided that you got together, one's got 2 children, the other's got 2 children, go away and enjoy yourselves.
Tell me when.
Yeah.
Hi everybody, we're down at Newbury Showground for the Southern Motorhome and Campervan Show 2024. Saturday afternoon. It was beautiful weather yesterday. It was so warm, wasn't it? It was beautiful. Today we had a great time looking around the show, looking at all the different things. We've got a couple of chairs which were really comfy. And then after that we met a superstar in the world of recreational vehicles, Motorhome Matt.
Welcome back to the Motorhome Matt podcast. I'm Keith Gooden.
And I'm Motorhome Matt.
Thanks, Motorhome Matt. We had a great interview with him. Hopefully that'll be on the podcast at some point in the near future. Really enjoyed that. So if you haven't ever heard of Motorhome Matt's podcast, tune into that. One thing I would like to point out, though, is that younger people tend to get a bit of a bad rap in society. Well, to be honest, we've been sat here now for over 30 minutes, and somebody 2 doors down from us has got their television on full blast and has been leaving their van on tick over. Rude. But there we go. They don't care. Other people do. Speak to you soon. Bye.
There's so much to see at this show, and we're glad we stayed over in the van so we could take it at our own pace and see everything we wanted to see. I think the star of the show for us in terms of motorhomes was this sub 6 metre Auto Trail F60 compact camper. It packed so much into a small space. Let's take a look inside. The drop down bed looks huge.
Oh, wow. Wow, they've done a lot with the space.
Yeah, it's very comfy because it's so nice and wide, isn't it?
Where did the table come from? Yeah, the table's here. Oh, I think it freestands. Freestanding table. Massive fridge with a freezer.
It's nice and light as well, isn't it?
Amazing.
How full it's very huge. Oh wow, that's awesome.
That is huge for the size of the van, isn't it?
Yeah.
This may have just trumped the Bessie car.
Huge big windows. Even the skylight opens. This is a great one. A Citroen Berlingo.
This is something from the other end of the scale for people who are into micro campers or car camping, which is becoming more popular since the pandemic. I guess it gives you the possibility to stay at a lot of places without being noticed, and I don't see the harm in that, as long as you leave no trace behind. Could be very cramped though.
Really that was by pressure forward. Oh no. I do that all the time. That's clever now.
So we had a great time staying at the Southern Motorhome and Campervan show. The site was a pleasure to stay at, though it really helped that we had dry weather. There were great facilities for staying over and even space to walk the dogs. There was loads of interesting and inspirational stuff to see, and I definitely think we'll do it again. Hi, I'm Malish and I love travelling in our van.
You have to go left a bit.
Hi, I'm Zoe, and I'm severely sight impaired, but I still love going out in Melvyn the motorhome.
What are you doing?
Hi, I'm Keeva and I'm a Pickle.
Hello, I'm Melvyn the motorhome.
And together we want to travel the world.
And we hope you join us on our adventures.